What's going on, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for cooling with Jay. It has now been officially 1 year since I started my YouTube journey, and I'm happy and blessed that y'all have been on the ride with me. So this is basically going to be my recap video. I'm going to go over pros and cons of last year. I'm going to go into a little bit of why my bike or where my bike is at and where I'm at presently, and then also I'm going to discuss some future plans I have for the channel, and kind of just give you a general kind of overview on what it's been like being on YouTube for the past year, man. It's been crazy, it's been stressful, it's been emotional, it's been all the above, and I kind of want to share that with y'all. So, getting started on the past. For those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, as always, welcome to my channel. So basically, what I do on my channel is I do motovlog and gaming content. So as far as the gaming content is concerned, I do live streaming, I do reviews, and I do walkthroughs on video game content. I'm currently playing the Division 2. I was playing Anthem, but it's straight butt, to be honest, of a game. So I just kind of like, pass on it for right now. I might come back to it later. I'm not sure. And I stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook simultaneously. Again, all the links for all that will be down below. I appreciate all the support. And of course, if you're tuning in for the first time, again, liking and subscribing greatly helps me grow my channel, so that, I can bring out more content, and I can convince vendors to lend me or give me more product. Okay? So that's kind of a quick recap on what I do. Currently, my bike is gone, getting mods done, so that way, come this summer, I'll be ready to go. I'll be ready to rock. As y'all might have seen, yes, so basically it left me January 26th. It's been gone. I'm getting things powder coated, ceramic coated. I'm getting a custom seat done, and all these things take time between emailing these vendors back and forth, taking off these parts of my bike, getting them shipped out, getting them shipped back, and then getting the parts put back on. It's just taking some time. But I'm doing it now during the rainy season, so that way come early summer, I'm ready to pretty much ride the entire season. As for those of you who were rocking with me last year, know it was going a lot with different vendors doing different things. So that's kind of the present. Future is once the bike's back, man, I have a whole revamp coming to the channel. I'm having a full makeover done. I'm getting a brand new logo. I bought new camera equipment, new filters. I've also taken an editing class to edit my videos better, all sorts of things, man. So once that bike gets back, those videos coming right after that will be pretty much a complete overhaul of the video content that you see now. So I'm super excited, and I hope y'all are as well, to bring out some better content for 2019, because I feel like if I'm not growing in my content, I'm not bringing y'all my best. So trust me, when you look at the video when I launch my bike again, and you look at the videos when I first started, they're gonna look completely different. I promise you. So that's kind of the future stuff. So now getting into the part I'm sure most of you want to know is, what has it been like being on YouTube for 1 year? I will say it's a mix of probably all the emotions, okay? So I'll start with the good. It's been great to kind of get to interact with other YouTubers. It's been great when I go out places, whether it's to a local convenience store, whether it's to get coffee, whether it's to the store, whether it's even at a town, right? Even going back home for Christmas, I walked into a local food place, and a guy who I know follows me on Facebook told me that, he's been inspired about my YouTube videos. He watches them all the time. And that's kind of cool, because it's hard for us to know, as content creators, to know, are we impacting people? Are people really watching our content? How much are they watching of it? Are they just clicking on a video, watch a minute, and click back off? We don't know. So it's cool to see people I went to school with kind of be like, yo, I've been watching since the start. Your content's dope, all of that. When I went to Las Vegas last year for the AIM Expo, with my bike being on display, being in Las Vegas, I would never in a million years would have thought I would have been walking around this Vegas strip and people seeing me and recognizing me as Coolin' with Jay, like the guy from YouTube. And my YouTube channel is small, so it's not like I have 100,000 followers, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. This was I probably had maybe 300 subs back then. So to be that small of a channel and for people to see me like that was super dope. It's been great to work with these vendors who reached out to me about using my bike, and in return for them to get some exposure, whether it's through Instagram, me posting pictures, or give them shout out in my videos. Like, it's been dope to get thousands of guys. I've probably have gotten 12,000. I would have to do math. Probably between 12 and 15 grand worth of free stuff, or whether free labor or free parts in the past year. Like, that's insane. To be an up and coming YouTuber, to be fresh start, and to get those kind of gifts and things, like it's truly been a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I truthfully thank God for this opportunity and to be able to get these things, because I did want to bring mods to my bike, but I wasn't going to spend an extra 12 grand to do so. So being that I've either gotten parts at a discount or I've either gotten parts for free, like that's been super, super dope. As far as some of the negatives, obviously my bike being gone for so much last year, that was a downer, for me. Not being able to make the content the way I want, the way that I had it pictured in my brain. Because in my brain I had a picture. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just get the bike. I'm gonna just start sunny day, just ride every day and make some kind of video. But then as soon as I got into it, obviously I'm looking up like, wow, my bike's been gone 4 months. So basically out of last year, it was probably gone about 4 months out of the year. From April to December, it was probably gone for about 5 months between recalls and the vendor work stuff. So that was kind of, kind of stressful, because I know people are asking me, where's the bike? Where's the bike? Where's more content? Where's more content? I'm hearing the jokes and pokes about, hey man, like I feel like your bike's always at a shop. It was. I mean, there's no argument about that. And I did feel bad for it, but I couldn't do much about it. And with our rainy season, it just was what it was. Also, it's been tough because when you do something like this, when you step outside of the box to do something that isn't normal, right? Doing YouTube stuff isn't normal. Like, most people work some sort of actual job, right? Guys, I'm in this full time. Like, I fully have committed to all of this stuff, right? Whether good, bad, or ugly, like I'm in it full on in, okay? Like, I quit my job, obviously, as y'all know, I quit Nike back in November, so I'm fully in. And that part probably has been the hardest. It's been hard to do something where you're being critiqued and being analyzed and being judged. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like most of you out there, I don't know y'all on a personal basis, and for those of you who know me know I don't get bothered by people's comments, right? Whether you're on Instagram doing it, on YouTube doing it, like the hate stuff, it doesn't really bother me. It bothers me when it comes from like family and friends, like people I thought were close. When I was working a normal job doing normal stuff, no one had anything to say. But as soon as I want to better my life or find a way to make an income outside of the norm, all of a sudden, like, I'm some weird alien. Like, it's like they're confused. Why am I doing this? So it's got me to the point in my life where I've distanced myself from some of the people I call friends and family. I truthfully have, because I'm in a place where, like, I'm moving forward. Either you're going to move with me or you're not. And if you're not, step the hell out the way. Like you can have your comments, but I don't have to be around you while you have your comments. I'm just keeping it real with y'all, because some of you out there might want to start your own channel. And I will tell you that there are going to be people that you call, like, it might be your mom, it might be your dad, your cousins, your uncles, your aunt. Like, when you go around telling people what you do and what you're trying to do, especially in the older generation, they're not going to be feeling that. Because they're going to want to know, how many subs you're going to get, how much money you're going to be making, and you don't know. Like, I would have hoped in a year from now, I would have hoped this time last year that I would have, like, if you ask me, like, my goal from last year, my goal last year was to have, by now, probably 10,000 subscribers. I don't know how many hours of watch time, but I was thinking, yeah, I'll probably have about 10,000 subs. I might have, like, 7,000 followers on Instagram. Like I thought my channel would be much further along, considering a newbie rider on a very rare, very cool bike that people love to talk about or hate. I thought I'd be much further along, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grinding and I'm pushing through it, but that's not what my expectation for myself was. And people are gonna have a very high expectation of you because they're used to structure. They're used to you going into work and receiving a paycheck for it and then clocking out. Whether you half-ass it, whether you go in fully, you're getting paid for something, right? When it comes to YouTube, it doesn't work that way. Or any of this kind of video stuff I've been dabbling around, like around real estate videos and other stuff I've been kind of doing as well. Like it's still outside of the norm. And that's probably been the most difficult is that I've realized that I don't have a, what's the word? Like, I don't have a team of people backing me the way I would have liked. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the beginning. In the beginning it was terrible. So that's why I feel like it's so challenging for people out there to take risks, to take leaps of faith, and follow their dream and their passion. Is because it's going to rub your close family members the wrong way. Not like they salty or they're jealous. It's just because it's hard for people to be okay with you doing something they don't expect you to do. Everybody has expectations, even including your own family, including your mom and dad have expectations on what you should be doing and how you should be doing. And whatever you do in life, whether good or bad, if it's outside of that expectation, you are going to be met with pushback. And I've had to grow in that, I've had to grow that's okay. It's been tough and been hard, but it's okay. And I've had to be okay with doing this by myself. I've had to be okay with not having the support the way I want to. I've had to be okay with it. So that's kind of a message to y'all on that part. And I still would tell anybody, whether it's YouTube, whether it's doing gaming content by itself, I do both because I'm a multiverse kind of person. Like, I'm not one of those, I have one and done kind of thing. I enjoy all kind of stuff. That's why my channel's called Coolin' with Jay, because I figured, or I see it as, I didn't want to be one person doing one thing. I want to be a one-stop shop for everything. The reason being is because I'm seeing numerous of YouTubers, especially motovloggers, who are dabbing into different areas. And I've had them even get on my page and be like, hey man, your channel might grow more if you just focused on motovlog content. But I'm like, yet on your channel, you're talking about you and your girlfriend are looking at cars. So all you do is you buy and do giveaways on bikes. But then also you're talking about all this car stuff on your channel. But then I can't do video game content and motovlog content. Like, come on now. So that's interesting. But anyway, that's why I do these things. It's because there's a small market for motovlogging and there's a small market for gaming. But if you can do both things, you can grab both of those markets. So that's why I do both. Okay. I'm sorry, whether you like it or you hate it, like that's just what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called Coolin' with Jay. I have no plan in the future of separating out my channels. I might in the future, I might not. But as of right now, I plan on keeping it all one channel. And I wish they would have it whereas you could sub to my channel, but then select, like if you want to get a bell just for the motovlogging or a bell just for the gaming. Like that part would be dope. So that would be cool. So also it's been dope finding out my craft. Like I didn't know, like if you would have told me 3 years ago, I'd have been super passionate about video, I'd have laughed. Like no way. And it's funny because doing all this, I've kind of tapped into, it's funny, but doing this, I've kind of tapped into one of my passions. And one of my passions is doing video. Like I enjoy making video content. I enjoy being very creative on how I bring forth a video. And that's some cool things I have planned for this year in doing my bike intros, bike content, doing drone stuff, like all this kind of stuff. Like it's fascinating to me about not only the creating of the video, but how you edit the video as well. So also a plus, you know what I'm saying, to doing this past year has been that. So yeah, it's been good, bad, and ugly. I'll say the three big, the number one good has been the feedback I've gotten on my channel. That's been super dope. The bad has been some of the lessons I've had to learn along the way about either a certain camera equipment not to buy, or I've wasted money on. Certain lenses I wish I should have had from the beginning. Certain audio and lighting that I wish I would have had. My bike being gone for 4 months and not being able to make more content, and me feeling like if I would have had the bike for longer, my channel would be much further along than it is right now. And of course, the ugly would be just how interesting support is when it comes to friends and family when you're outside the box. When you're quitting your job for something that you have no idea what the future holds. That's part of the bad. But I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't really do anything differently except doing it sooner. So, and now I understand why not too many people out there become entrepreneurs, making their own brand. Like, I'm going to be able to, long story short, guys, have my logo where I'll be able to sell shirts. Now, I'm not sure if any person out there watching this video wants to buy one, but I plan on having it available. And to be able to say at my age that I have my own brand, like I'm not, like it's interesting seeing so many people out there hyping up somebody else's product, somebody else's brand. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you're hyping up somebody who's making 600 times how much you make, you know? Like since I've been here, like living in Oregon, like Nike's like God out here. Like I'm talking about like God. It's weird. Like you spurt out, I work for Nike. It's like people are like, oh my gosh, you work for Nike. Oh, that's so cool. They don't even care what you do. Just the fact that you work for Nike, you're like the person. And I like Nike product, as you can tell, but I don't sweat them. Like, not like that. I'm not sweating Nike's nuts. I don't, and I never have. Like, it's a dope company. I enjoyed working there in parts of it. But at the same time, I don't put anything on a pedestal of it's better than anything else. Because there'll be a day when Nike will fall. There'll be a day for all of us to all turn around. I always go back to the BlackBerry thing. Back in the day, people swore BlackBerry was the hottest thing since sliced bread. Where's BlackBerry at now? So, but anyway, it's just interesting to me that so many people hype up so many other people's brands, and yet they're not making their own. And I decided enough was enough. I was tired of people trying to put me into a box, telling me, Thomas, you do this thing, so this is your value. Because you did this work, this is how much we're going to pay you. And I'm like, my value isn't in a paycheck. And like, I'll tell anybody right now to their face, like I want you to understand this. Nike could offer me right now, and I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything. I'm just trying to understand. Like, I see my value now. Nike right now could offer me $1 million a month to work for them. I wouldn't do it. It would have to be under my own terms. Sure, I'll work for you. I want pretty much every day off. I want to be able to come in twice a week, come in my flip flops and my socks and my hoodie on, you know, half face washed, you know what I'm saying, haven't showered in 2 days. Is that fine? But I'm not wasting no more time in my life working for somebody else, build their product and not build my own. Because when I leave this earth, right, Nike's still gonna be here, Adidas or whatever they're all still be here making money with or without you, right? So if they're doing it for their legacy, then I want to make mine for my children and their grandchildren. So that somebody 2 generations down the road is like, hey, that guy way back in the day started his channel that I can give to my son or my daughter, and they can rock out however they want to do it. Like, that's what I'm about. I'm done trying to brand somebody else. I'm trying to brand myself. There will be a day when you will no longer see me wear anybody else's product but my own. That day's coming eventually, God willing. But yeah, guys, with that being said, I've yammered on long enough. Like I said, my bike should be back hopefully in the next few weeks. It'll be back by then. I'll everything dialed in. I've already bought all the GoPros, all the filters. Like I said, I already took the editing class on how to make the better videos. Like, everything's prepped. Once the bike gets back, I'm putting it all together. I'll probably spend like 2 solid sunny days to create kind of my intro and my content. I'll put out my video, and then from there it's just boom, 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 boom. I want to get back on a cadence of probably twice a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays is probably my goal, but we'll see how it works. And of course, some other drones, some other cool, like I said, going to car shows, events, all kind of stuff. Like I said, I plan on putting as much content out as I physically can. I don't want to spam y'all, but I do want to make sure I'm putting out consistent content. So that's where I've been at, that's where the bike is at, and that's where we are going to be going in the future. So again, guys, thanks everybody again so much for this past year of support. It's been probably 99% good feedback, which is what I'm about. Forget the views, forget the subscribers. Like, what I like seeing is like, I'm like 98% like, or not, whatever. I think it's like 95% like likes to dislikes. Like, that's what I like seeing. Forget everything else. Like, that's what I like, you know. So again, guys, thank you again for tuning into my channel. My goal for this year is 100K. So I'm putting it out there now. So I'm speaking it into existence. My goal is to hit the 100K mark by the end of 2019. That is the goal. So, and again, I can't do that without y'all's help. So please help me, and I will continue to make great content for y'all. Regardless if you did or didn't, I'm still making great content, but it is greatly appreciated. So guys, with that being said, thank you for cooling with Jay, as always, and I will see all of y'all, I hope and pray, in the next video.